3, 2, 1.
You ready?
You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is Hunter here, and I'm here with Colin. Colin, how are you, friend?
I'm good. Hello. How are you?
Dude, okay. I'm great because we are talking about... So, when they announced this, I said that it was one of my most anticipated films of 2019. Now that I've seen a trailer for it, yeah, I am even more excited for it. So, we are reviewing the trailer for DC's Joker movie that's coming out, which is directed by Todd Phillips, director of the fucking Hangover trilogy.
Yeah.
Which is a trip to just even think about.
More importantly, he directed Road Trip. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I actually do like Road Trip.
With Tom Green.
Yeah. So that is just that alone is just a trip. But you know who's a producer on this shit, right?
Who? Mr.
Martin Scorsese.
Oh damn, that's tight.
Oh dude. So here's the thing. Like I said, we have been pretty damn critical of DC, and
I kind of liked Justice League. I
like Justice League.
Yeah. And Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and if you haven't listened to our review, you should, of Shazam. I really enjoyed the hell out of Shazam. Yeah. But
didn't love Aquaman.
Yeah, like
much to the chagrin of like everyone that loved it.
Yeah, there are definitely some people who were like, "What? Come on!" It's like, yeah. What I will say, dude, I'm stoked for this shit. Like seeing this trailer alone. So first off, it is way better than fucking Jared Leto could ever be as a Joker. That was just from jump. I was like, God, this looks way better. Two, fun fact, not Scorsese, but Joaquin Phoenix was originally he was this close to being Doctor Strange instead of Benedict.
Ooh, interesting.
Right? So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see, because I think he would have made a great Doctor Strange as well. But
I like Benedict Cumberbatch so much. Like I can't even picture anybody else now, though.
No, and I totally get that. But seeing him as a Joker, and you're getting just teases. You're getting very good teases of this. So what I'm gonna say, dude, this looks like a comic book movie, like a gritty comic book movie mixed with Taxi Driver. And I am totally fucking okay with that. I think this already looks amazing. Kind of your thoughts?
Yeah, the second you said Scorsese, I was like, oh, damn, yeah, it did have a Scorsese vibe to it. Like an old mobster movie.
Yeah.
But it feels like that trailer felt like, you know, like a trailer for like an indie movie that won something at Sundance that everybody, you know, might get some Oscar buzz type of feel to it, you know, like that gritty indie story of, you know, where it looks like it's really dark, and then like if you didn't tell me this was a movie about the Joker, I would just think it's just like some like creepy dark movie about some sad man living in New York, or here it's Gotham. But yeah, dude, this looks so good. I mean,
right?
You know, teasers can trick you sometimes, but I am super pumped for this. Let me just say that I love Joaquin Phoenix. I know. Yeah, I know. Some people, you know, over the past 5 years or so, he's done a lot of like weird shit. But he's just a really out there actor. Like he's clearly not comfortable doing like really vanilla type of roles. Like he likes to really push himself to these really crazy, dark, weird places. Like, he was in one of my favorite movies of last year, Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, where he's playing this alcoholic, cartoonist who becomes paralyzed and's got a lot of shit going on in his head. I mean, he's been in so many crazy movies, so many crazy roles. This feels so perfect for him. And seeing him throughout the teaser, man, fuck, it looks pretty damn good.
No, it looks intense as hell. So, a couple things here. First off, it's been announced that we are not getting another season of Atlanta until next year. And I know a lot of people want to say, like, well, it's because, Donald Glover's busy. And he is busy. But Zazie Beetz and Brian Tyree Henry, they're both really fucking busy. And they're both in Atlanta, and they're both in this. I went, that's fucking awesome. Of course, Zazie Beetz was Domino in Deadpool.
Yeah, I was going to say, she was just in a comic book movie, yeah.
Yeah, and Brian Tyree Henry, of course, is Paper Boy, all about my paper
boy.
Yeah. But he was in Widows, and he was awesome in Widows. And he was in White Boy Rick. And he was really good in that, too. Like,
yeah.
Brian Tyree Henry
was really good in Widows.
Yeah, he's becoming
he was gangster as fuck.
Dude, yeah, you would not fuck with that version of Brian Tyree Henry, but...
No. He'd fucking kill you.
but he, like, I'm so happy that those three are getting so much work. And I'm happy at these two especially. Because I know Donald Glover's a name. He's a brand at this point, honestly. Mm-hmm. But these two are just as great on Atlanta as Glover is. So when I saw
it shows just, like, collaborate with Donald Glover and people will recognize you.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So
everything that guy touches turns to gold.
Yeah, right now it seems like it. But that made me so happy to see him in this. So what's going to be really interesting is that they haven't really had a definitive Joker origin. I mean, they've had, ones that really haven't become canon. Closest one's the Killing Joke, and this looks like a mixture of the Killing Joke because it calls back to the Joker being a stand-up comic, which I thought was a really cool, very comic bookish nod. And you hear Joaquin's laugh in here, and it is like, I was like, oh shit, okay, that's fucking creepy. You also see him, put his fingers in his mouth and make a smile. And when that happened, I was like, dude, I was like, okay. I was like, let's calm down, movie. You're kind of freaking me the fuck out. But
what was the origin they had in the Tim Burton Batman? Didn't he like fall into a big thing of acid or something?
Correct. Yeah. So that has. Yeah, Jack Nicholson. Yeah,
Jack Nicholson, not the golfer.
I was like, wait, Jack Nicholson. I was like, I know that name.
It's Masters Week. I got golf on the brain.
I was like, that's not right.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson is the Joker.
Wonderful portrayal of Joker. Love when Joker hit that 300-yard drive.
Oh yeah, man! When he just beats Batman with a sandwich. I love that shit.
Oh god.
But no, I kind of want to see that now. But Jack Nicholson's portrayal of the Joker, I think it's very. I really do think it's underappreciated. I don't care what anyone says. The best version of the Joker has and will be Mark Hamill. But I'm gonna be honest, dude. I saw this trailer and I went, "Ooh, Joaquin's gonna be great in this." Like, I love that, and I'm sure you caught it, but I love the direct reference to the mask that he's wearing ends up wearing in Dark Knight. Like, it's like that same style mask. I was like, that's interesting. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they're gonna connect this to Dark Knight, but
yeah, he doesn't have like any scars on his face at any point. Like like the Heath Ledger scars.
Yeah, I mean, this is taking place in the 80s though too. So I mean, it could be, just before. I mean, yeah.
They might not even go down that route.
Yeah, I doubt they'll even connect it, but it's definitely like it was definitely done intentionally. Whether it's just like a nod to Nolan or what have you. But
and I feel like they're not trying to tie anything into the Christopher Nolan series of movies either, right? Like, these are just meant to be like a whole different timeline type of thing. Wouldn't you say?
No, oh no, I agree. I will say for me, I felt some sympathy for the Joker watching this. When he has his sign stolen, he runs down that alley and just gets fucking decked with it. I was like, oh my god, like what assholes wanted to steal the sign in the first place? And then two, to go ahead and just hit the guy or hit the Joker in the face with that fucking sign, the one that you stole. I was like, wow, that's horrible. One thing that really has me intrigued is that they're showing the Joker's mother here. That's really interesting to me because that she could be the linchpin that has him go, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because there are those scenes in the trailer where you go like, oh, like he's just kind of, living, and trying to do, trying to, as the kids say, as us millennials say, trying to live his best life, and
I hope he says that in the movie at some point.
I think that would kind of go ahead and kind of cut that a little bit. But what is interesting though is not just the comic book aspect of it, but the fact that his mom's health is failing, and the fact that might be what just makes him snap. You get that quick shot of him in the trailer where you see him starting to dye his hair, like you see him kind of with the hair dye, and you kind of go like, oh, this is not good. Zazie Beetz, she's playing Sophie Drummond, so from what I remember about her, she's seen, or just what I've been reading up, it seems like she's going to be very influential. Like she could just have I think she has a very bad view, if memory serves, from what I read on like power structure and just like hierarchy. And I think that's going to be because it seems like Joker's going after the Waynes. Like you'd see like those banners hanging up, where it looks like they're outside like Gotham, like there's some government building. It does seem like she might be that person who's like, yeah, the government, like even like this hierarchy is bullshit, and she's the one who kind of is that little what was Joker saying, Dark Knight, everyone's close. I'm paraphrasing. Everyone's close to madness. All you need is a little push. She might be his push. And again, Zazie Beetz I think is amazing. I think she can pretty much do no wrong at this point. So I'm really curious to see how their relationship goes ahead and develops. And let's be honest, Zazie Beetz is absolutely gorgeous. So I mean that doesn't help either, but hurt either. But I think between that and his potentially really bad stand up, like it could just all be enough to just make him snap. I am really curious to see how Robert De Niro fits into this, because the fact they got De Niro is just a trip to me. One, that De Niro's going to be in a fucking Joker movie. Like who could have called this 10 years ago? But the last thing I'll say before I kind of throw it back to you, you notice that the Joker goes ahead and sees that little kid and like makes a smile for him. That's gotta be Bruce Wayne. That just seems so obvious of a connection to make. And again, could be totally wrong, but I think it's fucking Bruce Wayne. Yeah, man. Kind of any other any thoughts on kind of what we were just talking about here?
Yeah. I think the reason I'm most excited for this movie is that one, it looks like it's a big change of pace from a lot of comic book movies, in the sense that it's going to be very gritty. It's probably not going to have a ton of traditional humor in it. It's probably going to be pretty dark. It looks pretty dark, but I'm kind of down for that, and we'll see how well of how good of a job that this movie does with really humanizing the Joker. But like you were saying, in the trailer, it does seem like just in the teaser, you start to kind of feel sympathy for him. You get that feeling that the movie is going to make you feel sorry for him or understand him, humanize him. And if this movie turns out to be very good, it will accomplish that. It will make you understand the madness that is the Joker. And I'm excited for that. And to think, like, I really hope this is good, and I think it will be. Like, that's my gut impression after seeing the trailer. I think it has a lot of the right pieces in place for this to be good. It will be really cool to see this progress into, like, a new Justice League or a new Batman movie. We'll see how Ben Affleck continues to do with Bruce Wayne. But as far as this movie goes, like, I'm super pumped. Like you said, Zazie Beetz is proven. She's got a lot of acting chops. She's got a lot of charisma. There's some really excellent episodes of Atlanta that she's in. Where like there was one episode where it was like completely dedicated to her the whole time, and it was a really, really good story. And she can command the screen pretty well, so she's going to be really good in it. Like you said, it's crazy. Robert De Niro is in this. There's just a lot of potential here. A lot of potential for this to be very good. And Joaquin Phoenix does a really good job of like playing this character that's very disturbed, typically. So, man, it's gonna be crazy to see this movie. It doesn't feel like a comic book movie, like in the trailer. I feel like when we're watching it, it's not gonna feel like this comic book movie, but it's about the Joker. Like, everybody knows the Joker. Like, the Joker's been portrayed in so many different ways. Like you said, like your favorite portrayal is Mark Hamill, and that's just the animated version. But there's been so many different portrayals. I mean, like, even going back to like the original like live action Adam West Batman. I mean, you had a Joker on there. You had Jack Nicholson. You have Heath Ledger. We can forget about Jared Leto, but
yeah.
But I mean, it's just it's crazy to see this one where this is gonna be super dark and gritty. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready to see what that movie's going to look like and really see why the Joker is how he is.
Yeah, like I said, man, I feel like I have to say this over and over again. I'm pulling for DC. I'm pulling for DC. I'm pulling for DC. Like, but this is this is I would tweet at the DC account just a giant smiley face thank you if they did this. So let's just say Joker, like, he's obviously going to make the transformation to the Joker. If they have him fall into like the vat of chemicals, like at the end of this movie, and maybe they make up some bullshit like, hey, this is why the Joker really hasn't aged because he's filling those chemicals, and they just swap out Joaquin for Jared Leto for the Joker moving forward, I would be totally okay with that. I would not even hold it against DC, because whatever they need to do to get Leto out, I fully support. And if that's the way they want to go, hey, we could have Joaquin Phoenix or Jared Leto. Like, who would you prefer? I'm already more excited for Joaquin's version of the Joker than I ever was for Leto. So I'm excited for this, man. This comes out in, I want to say, October? Yeah, October.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a ways to go, but
yeah. So I mean, we've got a way to go. The budget on this was really small. It was
I don't mind that. That means there's probably not going to be a bunch of CGI. That's the other thing I was going to say, was that this movie couldn't be further from what Aquaman was, right? Like, Aquaman was a over the top, ridiculous movie. Like, even admittedly so from the people that liked it, but they just enjoyed that. Like, it had crab people and giant wars underneath the water that was completely done with CGI. Like, I'm just over that type of movie, especially when it's, intentionally over the top and ridiculous. Like, if you like that, that's fine. But I know just at least the style that this is going for, where it is going to be smaller budget. It's just going to be a bunch of scenes with cameras and live action people, probably very little to maybe no CGI. Like, I'm down for that origin story, like, big time.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this, man. And like I said, October 4th is when it comes out. So Halloween month, I'm totally down for that. So yeah, the budget was 55 mil. So I mean, it's a very small budget, and you know what? Like I said, sometimes it's good to get those gritty, sort of things. I know that's been kind of a almost a Achilles heel to DC. They've gone too dark, but for the Joker, you need to go dark with it. So yeah. I'm still
like that type of movie worked super well with Logan too. Like super gritty.
Agreed. So I mean, the budget was small in that too. So yeah, man, bring it. And this could be a huge movie for Todd Phillips too, because that last Hangover movie, I was like,
oh god, yeah, it's terrible.
It was really bad.
Due Date was so bad.
Oh god, he did do that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did that like in between all of those Hangover movies.
I forgot about that.
I hated Due Date.
Yeah, I was not a fan. That's the one with Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr., right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I love RDJ, and even I was just like, this is not good.
Yeah.
So
War Dogs was like kind of okay.
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but I thought it was all right.
Right. It was a step in a better direction.
Yeah, so hopefully, this might end up being the best movie he's made. That would be some shit, right?
Well, and he's got Scorsese to, get tips and really, hopefully he uses Scorsese as a big time, mentor and helper throughout this.
Yeah, so October 4th, I will be seeing this opening weekend. I'm really excited for this shit. But guys, have you seen the Joker trailer? Let us know what you thought in the comments below. You can follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and Spotify at The Real Pineapple. You can go ahead and like us on Facebook at The Real Pineapple. You can follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. You can follow Scott on Twitter at Nearmanthefirst. And you can follow Colin on Twitter at
Thereeloneal.
And you can actually check out other reviews. It's back in the archives a little bit. And you can check out my written stuff on NevadaFilmCriticsSociety.com. Go and just click under Josh Hunter and go and check out what I have on there. Guys, we'll have reviews up this weekend for Hellboy, and I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's kind of, but whatever. We'll have a review up for Hellboy, Little, and After, which no one's gonna see After, which is probably a good thing, but it'll give us something to trash because it does not look good. But guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.